So yeah, let's ground. And a mudra that I've really been liking lately is the Chinmaya mudra. So where index and thumb are together, and then the other three fingers are tucked in. So you can either make a fist first and bring them together, or bring them together, yep. And then I just rest it in my lap. So however you want to sit, I'm gonna put a blanket on my lap tonight. So get cozy, ground. We're gonna nourish ourselves. It's the end of the day. You guys have been nourishing people all day. So let's sit with our mudra. Roll our shoulders up, back, and down. Maybe offer a couple wiggles and find some stillness. And then bring our awareness in. Maybe begin with bringing it to the base of the spine. Feel the sits bones below, the heels, the ankles below. Maybe visualize the color red at the base of the spine. And at the base of the spine, imagine a red square. And on each side of that square is a red lotus petal. Imagine that square with lotus petals on each side at the base of your spine. Imagine it rooted down into the earth. And exhale. With each exhale, any energy just settles in the body and grounds down into the earth. Now visualize that red lotus petal that's facing the front of the body. There's one facing the front, one facing the right side, one facing the back, and one facing the left. Imagine that one facing the front. Imagine it as it sits there, emanating groundedness. Feel yourself grounded. And the energy in the body grounded. Your next exhale, shift your awareness to the petal that's facing towards the right. This petal is the quality of embodiment. Visualize your body on your mat. And then feel your body in the shape that you're in. Scan the body from the top of the head to the base of that spine where that square with red lotus petals is rooted down deep into the earth. Now exhale, shift your awareness to that petal that's facing the back. Exhale, and this petal resembles sustenance. As you breathe with your focus on this petal, feel yourself entirely supported in every way that you need to be supported. What does it feel like in your being, in your system, to be supported in the areas of your life? And then with each inhale, draw up the richness, the nourishment, and that provision from those roots. And let it fill your system as you overflow with the rich bounty of Mother Earth, of the world. And feel that in every cell. Now bring your awareness to that petal facing left. This petal is your connection to the natural world. Feel your connection to the things around you, to the interrelatedness and the symbiotic relationship with the things in the world. The giving and the receiving. And as you inhale through and up those roots, receive from your natural world that you've given to all day. Now ground through those roots, the front petal, grounding, the petal to the right, embodiment, the petal to the back, sustenance and provision, that petal to the left, your connection to the natural world. Feel the energy of that square, red square with red lotus petals. Feel it in your mudra, in the palms, feel in the arms, the tops of the shoulders, the neck, the face, the head, and then just rushing down the entire body like a gentle waterfall, grounded, embodied, sustained, and connected. And the stronger that we are grounded in those things, the more clearly that light of pure awareness can shine. The deeper, wider, and more profound, more elevated our consciousness is. On your next exhale, lean forward. You can open the palms, maybe hold the hands on the knees, lean the heart forward in front of you, and then go over to the right with the heart. And as if you were orbiting that red square with red lotus petals with your heart, bring the heart behind, over to the left, cross that knee in front, and then over to the right, orbiting that lotus that's grounding us. Eyes can be open or closed. Whatever is going to support you in feeling grounded. You can switch directions whenever you like, and you don't have to switch directions at all. Imagine that heart orbiting that lotus. Representing our center, our stability, our security. And when you're ready, let's find some stillness. That heart stacks back over that lotus. Shoulders can roll up, back and down. Elbows dangle, palms face down. Let's breathe a few rounds of breath and stillness. Maybe noticing the energy in the body. One more breath in. Exhale, sigh. Now opening the eyes if you want. You can extend that right leg out in front. Keep the left foot in the inside of that right thigh. And that right leg can be straight out from that hip, or it can be kind of open. So feel what feels right for you. We're still going to ground with our awareness on that lotus. So if the leg is out to the side, either way, inhale, lift the arms up. If the leg is off to the side, shift the heart to face the big toe. If the leg is in front, just keep that heart where it is, and then begin to lean over that leg. Bend the knee a lot, flex the foot. And then when you feel a little sensation in the back of the leg, maybe interlace the fingers, rest it on the knee or the thigh. Let the heart hover. Try to keep the back straight. Maybe just tuck the chin a little bit. And then feel the breath from that lotus petal up to the crown of the head, back and forth along the spine. Maybe close the eyes and feel that energy flowing up and down. One more breath in. Then exhale. Let's bring the shoulder blades back to the middle. Bring that left leg up. Extend the leg long. Right knee bends. And then that right foot comes on the inside of the left thigh. Then adjust those buttermilk biscuits, as my nephews say, out of the way. Sits bones ground. That lotus petal, that square, rooted down deep. Now shift that heart towards the big toe, wherever that big toe is, and inhale and lift the arms up. Find that spine nice and long from the base of the spine, the top of that petal, that lotus flower. And exhale, the heart leans towards the foot, flex the foot. And then bring the hands to rest, maybe on the shin or the knee. Try to keep the spine straight, but tuck the chin. And then bring the awareness to the breath, that energy flowing from the middle of that lotus up to the crown of the head, up and down. Grounded in those roots. One more breath. Exhale out the mouth and bring the shoulders back to center. Bring that right knee up. Bring the right foot to the floor. Now just bring the left foot to meet the right foot. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. Ground through that lotus. Knees come wide. The feet can be far away or the feet can be close. With those those feet close and our sits bones seated. Maybe bring the arms up above the head again. Find that long spine. Find the center of that lotus. Breathe in, up to spine. Exhale, hinge it forward. The heart goes forward, maybe towards the feet. And then when you feel that sensation, when the sits bones maybe start to lift, ground them back, and then bring the hands down. And without rounding the spine, let's keep the spine long. Feel that breath up and down the spine. Maybe tuck the chin. Feel that constance that is yourself being rooted down. Feel that as your center. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe it out, and bring the heart to stack back over the top of that lotus. Bring the feet to the floor, the knees towards the sky. And now let's gently roll onto our back. Always the option to just roll over to the side and log roll it over. That's kind of my choice a lot of times. And then find the back flat on the earth. So tuck that pelvis if you need to. Or more of a tilt, tilt the pelvis so the low back is flat. Find a spot where your feet feel comfortable and grounded. We're going to move through a couple bridge flows. So maybe bring the heels in close to the glutes. Now find that red lotus. How are we going to center and ground as we inhale to lift the hips up? We press into the ground and drive the glutes up. That's how the hips rise. Now feel yourself grounded here. Where is the center of our being? Find your center. Now let's exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time. So we kind of tilt the pelvis as we lower. When you get to the bottom, let's bring both knees into the chest, rock side to side. Exhale to lower the feet back down. Maybe they're hip distance apart. Find the distance from the glutes. Press into the floor. Drive up with those buttermilk biscuits, hips towards the sky. Exhale. Feel that red lotus from the base of the spine to the heart, to the crown of the head. Become aware of your spine and that energy as it flows back and forth along the spine. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time. So we kind of tilt that pelvis as we roll that spine down. Let's draw the knees into the chest. Breathe in. That red square with lotus petals as our center. Now we'll exhale, roll over to one side, come up to our hands and our knees. Excuse me. So our knees are under our hips. So walk our hands forward, forward, forward for puppy. So the hands might come really far, lower down onto the forearms, the heart melting to the earth. Find that base of the spine where that red petaled lotus flower resides. And now feel the energy from that red lotus petal. Feel it along the spine. Moving back and forth, up and down on the spine. So even though our center appears to be changing, it's really constant and it's there. Let's breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. One more breath in. Now let's exhale, lower down, coming onto our stomach. Maybe rest the forehead on the backs of the hands. Excuse me. And as we breathe here with our belly on the floor, feel the stomach pressing into the ground. And begin to lengthen the exhales. Notice how when we breathe, that belly presses into the floor, the back lifts up. the rise and fall of the back body as we breathe. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go, sinking into the floor at the front of the body. Breathe in. Exhale out. Now press the hands down or roll over onto one side. We'll come up to a seat just so we can set up our props. So this is where we get our cushions, our blocks, our pillows. And I think it might be nice if you guys have a blanket to cover up with a blanket tonight. I think that would also be really nourishing and grounding if it doesn't feel too hot to do so. I think that would be really nice. Give yourself that little treat. So we're going to stack the bolster, set up the recliner. Now find that red lotus petal as we're moving. Find that base, ground it, and then roll that spine back on the bolster. Now any variation with the feet, so maybe you want the feet mat distance apart, knees together. Maybe you want the soles of the feet together. Remember, we really want to feel effortless. So maybe lots of pillows underneath the knees, blocks, pillows. And I practiced earlier, and I like to have some pillows on top of me. Even though they're not really very heavy, it's more of just that feeling of kind of being surrounded and like in a cocoon. So maybe explore that. Pillows under arms, props under anything so you don't have any effort. And then rest in the stillness. Breathing in some grounded energy. And as you breathe it in, it melds with your natural groundedness. And you feel and you are grounded. Breathe in embodiment. As you breathe it in, it melds with your natural embodiment. And you might notice that you begin to witness, because the deeper and more stable and grounded we are, the more elevated our consciousness can be. So as we ground, that inner witness a little bit stronger, so beginning to see yourself as grounded, to watch yourself embody. Breathe in bounty and riches. All your needs are provided for. And as that melds with your natural abundance, that witness is heightened, and your ability to create the world that you're in is stronger as you manifest everything you need. Breathe in your connection to the natural world. And as you do, your true nature as spirit connects even deeper with the natural world. And your consciousness continues to heighten, elevate. And as you ground, you are truly absorbed in all that is. And you begin and you remember that there is no separateness, that you are that your true nature is peace, and that connection to the greater whole is stronger and stronger. Inhale, the lotus petal facing forward. Exhale. Inhale, visualizing that lotus petal on the right. Exhale. Inhale, that lotus petal that's now kind of facing towards the ground. Exhale. Inhale, that petal on the left. Exhale. Now inhale all the way up the spine, out the crown, connecting us to the divine and beyond. And exhale, grounding onto this physical plane. Then your next exhale, just gently bring the feet to the floor, the knees to the sky. And then you really don't even need to move much. We're just going to roll over to one side. So maybe moving over, rolling to the right. So the right side of the leg kind of comes to the ground. And that left knee can stack on top, or maybe you bring a pillow between the knees. That kind of feels really nice sometimes. And then lifting up the side body so the front of the body can rest on that bolster. If that feels comfortable, the heart just rolls down onto the bolster. I'm going to cover up my feet with a pillow, cover up with a blanket. And now that the forehead can be flat down, or maybe onto the cheek. And exhale. Now find that centered ground. And then begin to bring the breath, just be with the breath, follow the breath up and down the spine, and those lower chakras, out the crown chakra. And just visualize the breath up and down that Sushumna Nadi, the middle of the body, the spine. Just ride the wave of the breath. Feeling that connection, that unseparateness, that connection to the greater whole. I am that I am. So hum sa. So hum. So hum. So hum. The more grounded and established that we are, the more secure and stable that we are. The more we can connect to those higher chakras, that higher consciousness, the intuition, that unconditional love, and that unseparateness. Now with your inner eye, just visualize each of the 4 petals of that red squared lotus. And after you visualize each one of those petals and the support that it affords, gently press up and then just shift over to the other side at your own pace, at your own movement. Maybe you don't move at all. It's been done before. And just rest. Find the other side. Then visualize that lotus. And then breathe that breath up and down the Sushumna Nadi, moving from a 4-petaled red squared lotus to 1,000-petaled moonlight colored lotus. 1,000 petals symbolizing infinity, that eternalness that we are. So maybe that 1,000-petaled lotus begins to spin slightly. And you remember stronger and stronger that you are one and you aren't separate from the divine. And nor are you separate from anyone or anything. Om. With each breath, with each beating of the heart, you remember with more and more cells of your being that you are divine light. Every cell in your body is radiating with divine light. Every cell is remembering its true nature as spirit. You are remembering your true nature as spirit. Perfect and peaceful. That 1,000-petal lotus flower spinning, the oneness, connectedness, filling your entire being. You are not bound by the body. Your spirit remembers its truth. Now visualize that red squared lotus flower at the base of the spine. Inhale all the way up the spine, past the top of the head, that 1,000 lotus, petal lotus, the top of the head, the crown. Visualize that energy flowing back and forth. Both lotus flowers are spinning. Now your next breath, on your exhale, gently press up, but just enough to move just a couple of things out of the way. We're going to Need one pillow. Bring it maybe so the top of the pillow is parallel with the top of the mat. And just move with ease and move with mindfulness. Maybe create like a little bit of a bench for the shoulder blades. We're just going to lift the heart. Our goal here, you can even just roll a blanket. Mine's too far away, otherwise I grab it. Roll a blanket just enough to lift the heart up. So I'm going to use my bolster and I'm going to lay the back of my heart on it. And then maybe a block or a pillow on the back of my head. We'll be here for just a few breaths. Just reminding us of the bridge that our heart chakra is. Yeah, settle in. Our lower chakras of Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura chakras. They support us in our functioning in the world, these physical body, more instinctual animal instincts. And we get to this heart chakra, which is the bridge to higher consciousness. So let's support this chakra, bringing awareness, just lifting it up a little bit higher than these lower chakras. Maybe visualizing a triangle with one tip facing down, another green triangle tip facing up, symbolizing that connection of lower and upper chakra. Now breathe in and out. I am that I am. So Sa. Visualize that red square, red petal lotus at the base of the spine. And breathe in all the way up to the bottom of the heart, the tip of a green little triangle. Exhale. And inhale to fill the green space of the heart chakra. And exhale. And your next inhale flows up out the tip of the next triangle, up past the throat, the third eye, and out the crown of the head to that 1,000-petaled lotus flower. And imagine the color of moonlight surrounding your space. Bask in the color of the moonlight of the Sahasrara chakra. And you're welcome to stay here for Shavasana. Otherwise, remove anything from underneath the heart. Move it to where it would support you, and then integrate all the wisdom and intuition of your body in Shavasana. As we rest, the prana in our body flows freely. The light, our highest self, shines brighter. Let go of any effort. If your mind begins to wander, maybe visualize either that red lotus flower or the 1,000-petaled, moonlit color lotus flower. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. As I begin to count down from 5, you'll slowly come back to the physical body, to present time or present space. 5, every cell is remembering its true nature, spirit. 4, I am not this body, I am not this mind. Consciousness and joy incarnate, bliss of the blissful am I. 3, feeling the groundedness, the red lotus petal. 2, feeling the embodiment, that root chakra. 1. Feeling the sustenance of your root chakra. And 0. Feeling your connectedness to the natural world, grounded in your root chakra. You're welcome to continue lying here for the rest of class. If you want to close class in a seat, you can take your time to gently roll over to a seated position. And then whether you're seated or whether you're lying down, visualize the red lotus flower at the base of the spine. Visualize the 1,000-petaled color of moonlight lotus at the crown of the head, hovering above the crown. Inhale from the root up to the crown. Exhale, let it go. Such an honor and a pleasure to practice and hold space with you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace, Peace. Namaste.